Chile host Ecuador for their first Group A match in the 2015 Copa America. And joining us now is new guest Rodolfo. He's an active member in our sportsbookreview.com community, and he'll be here on a weekly basis offering his top tips. Rodolfo, glad to have you on the show. And how did you get on with this match, as it's the first match kicking off Copa America?
Hey, Natalie, how you doing? Well, pretty exciting. Copa America is here finally after a long wait. Expecting a really tough and competitive Copa America, and not like probably the other years where a lot of the top players came in tired after a long season and all that. Many people may think that this is the case in this Copa America, but I really think it's going to be a lot different though. Some of the top players actually coming in top form, just the likes of Messi, Vidal. Too bad we're not going to have Suarez. But I think that we're going to have a very tough and competitive Copa America in this edition in Chile.
Mm-hmm. Is it tough to predict the very first match of the tournament? Obviously, I've given this over to you. You're going to give us some tips here. Was it tough?
Well, it's always I will say it's always tough because nobody wants to lose that match, and this match is opened by Chile, who's the host. So in this case, Chile is obligated to win. I mean, they must win. They have to go through the next stage. They are expected to at least make it to semifinals, which I think they will. But of course, Ecuador is not going to be an easy nut. Just that Chile is going to go and crack. So definitely a tough match on the first one, but I think Chile has what it takes to make it happen here.
Yeah, well, they are big favourites to win the match. They're priced 1.5 at Bet365. The draw is 4.1, 888 Sport. And Ecuador, who failed to win a match in the 2011 Copa America tournament, are priced along a 7.5. So you're siding with Chile here. 1.53. It's probably reserved for sort of the bigger, better. Is that the type of odds that you look towards, or would you take, say, Chile half-time, full-time, and that's 2.2 Bet365?
Well, I think there's different angles that we can see this. Chile does have what it takes to beat Ecuador, definitely. But a 1.53, I mean, the odds are way too low. I really don't think that Ecuador is just gonna sit back and see how Chile scores 3 on them, So the handicapping here also is going to be tough. I wouldn't go just for the ML for money line on Chile, and neither for halftime, full time. I think Ecuador is gonna play defensively, and they are gonna find the spaces to counter Chile. Though I think at the very end, Chile is gonna end up finding the win, but not after Ecuador puts up a good fight with them.
Yeah.
So I'll pass on both of those picks though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking as well Ecuador will put up a good fight here. Last meeting back in 2013, playing a World Cup qualification, Chile won 2-1. But Chile's recent activity there, they failed to score in 2 of their last 3 matches. So with this in mind, would you consider the both teams to score market? And that's 2.2 William Hill.
Well, far more than just the stats that you provided right now, I think that Chile and Ecuador, if we go back in other Copas Americas that they have played in the last 3 encounters, the matches have been over 2.5 goals in both teams scoring. So definitely, both teams to score it's definitely a good pick on this match. Although I think that beside both teams to score, we're definitely gonna see a winner. So I think we're gonna see an over 2.5 in this match.
Okay, so the over 2.5 goals there, 2.05. I tell you, my bet for the match, I have to say, is Chile win and both teams to score. 4.25, 888 Sport. Best bet I could find with the best odds. What do you like for this match?
I love it. I love that bet. My top tip for this match will be the over 2.5, price at plus money. Chile, like I said, and they're the host team. People in Chile are crazy about this. I'm from Guatemala, so I follow the Spanish channels quite a lot and the Spanish news. And people in Chile have already bought every single ticket for the next 3 matches for their home team. So I expect Chile to go all in in this first match, try to score as soon as possible. From there, once they score, I think the floodgates will open, and Ecuador will have to just kind of sit back for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then they'll find their chances. Though they do have some good players that can make it happen. Some of us will probably remember from the Premier League, Valencia from West Ham. He had a pretty good first part of the season. Then his form kind of vanished. But Inter Valencia and also IOV, they can actually score some goals in there for score not some goals, but score a goal for Ecuador. I don't think that Ecuador is going to score more than one goal in this match, but I do think that Chile, with the likes of Alexis, I mean, we all know how Alexis is doing in Arsenal. He's doing fantastic. Vidal just coming out of that Champions League final, and a great season at Juventus. I think they'll find the net 2 or 3 times at least.
Okay, Rodolfo, so you're going for the over 2.5 goals there as your top tip. What else have you got for us today?
As a second tip, I really like the both teams to score and the over 2.5. I think that's I think that's a great value in there. I found this at Bet365 at 2.75, which I find it great. And the third tip is the one that you have, which I really like. I will probably put that as the second tip too. You know, Chile and both teams to score. That again, I think this will end 2-1, 3-1. And the very last tip, if I can say it in here, is Alexis Sanchez to score anytime, 2.10. I think Alexis is in prime form here, and he's gonna be. If someone needs to make a difference in Chile in order to take them to the end of to the later stages of this Copa America, it's gonna have to be Alexis. He is gonna have to perform like at the same level of Neymar, Agüero. Well, Messi, nobody can perform like Messi, you know, but he's gonna have to be on his top form in order to take Chile to the next level.
Rodolfo, I have to say we are on exactly the same page there with your tips. I agree with every single one of them. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing those with us today.